This whole entire video is going to be about magnesium. It's like a lot of different points on magnesium and how magnesium affects a lot of different areas of health. The first area is with potassium. So magnesium helps out potassium. So basically a potassium deficiency cannot be fixed without magnesium. Magnesium needs a vitamin B6 to activate the magnesium. Potassium deficiency as a result of magnesium deficiency can lead to a problem with apoptotic genes, apoptosis in cells, including T cells. Also, potassium deficiency is common in diabetics. With diabetes, there's a lot of risks: heart attack risk, stroke risk, even cancer risk. Yeah, magnesium is important in that sense. Magnesium is also needed in the context of where green tea is harmful because of macrophage receptor suppression. Green tea downregulates TLR4, CD36, and transferrin receptor, TFR1, in macrophages. So that means reduced phagocytosis and impaired iron recycling, because macrophage is the main power plant iron recycling, including lysosomes. Green tea can worsen the adrenal aldosterone signaling because that signaling becomes distorted. Also, cortisol dysregulation because aldosterone signaling uncouples from sodium status. So this leads to pseudo-aldosterone dominance. If magnesium is low in this green tea context with the kidneys and the adrenals, that there's a copper iron handling is impaired. Potassium accumulates intracellularly and extracellularly. Also, there's an impaired distal nephron signaling, which causes all of what I just explained only in green tea. So green tea is most likely to cause potassium retention and alters membrane potentials. Vascular smooth muscle tone increases. Blood pressure rises despite normal or low sodium intake, and this can happen with low magnesium and low sodium intake because sodium is an electrolyte just like magnesium. Also, what can lower magnesium is estrogen deficiency or low estrogen. Now, what could cause low estrogen? High testosterone. Because estrogen has to activate the magnesium transporter, but it cannot do that if testosterone is too high. Excessive zinc can cause high testosterone. A good way to lower the zinc is with quercetin. So quercetin binds zinc, therefore zinc will be lower, testosterone will be lower. That means estrogen will not have so much testosterone opposing it, and estrogen can help out magnesium by boosting the magnesium transporter that magnesium relies on. Also, magnesium helps in lysosomal membrane peroxidation repair, because that is magnesium's main role in repairing the lysosomal membrane. Magnesium supports lysosomal membrane enzymes that help repair oxidized lipids. Magnesium is basically a shield that reduces peroxidation propagation at the membrane of the lysosome. So magnesium acts like a first aid patch for peroxidized lysosomal membranes. The reason this is important because in the lysosome, iron is handled. The lysosome is like one of the main iron processing factories of the body or in the cells. So basically, if magnesium is low, the lysosome could actually become a problem, because it'll start to become like almost like a power plant exploding, or like excessive inflammation because the iron is not being processed. Also, zinc and magnesium can compete for the binding sites on the lysosomal membrane itself, because zinc can accumulate near the lysosomal membrane, but the magnesium cannot do its repairing, cannot do what it needs to do to repair the membrane if there is too much zinc. So excessive zinc can cause a huge problem here, because so excessive zinc can raise testosterone, Therefore, lowering estrogen, there is less magnesium because there is no magnesium transporter. Therefore, the magnesium cannot do the lysosomal repairs on the membrane. Therefore, leaking iron and leaking cathepsins. Excessive zinc can also seal or close chromatin, but chromatin has to be opened for a vitamin D receptor to get in. So basically, magnesium boosts vitamin D or helps the vitamin D synthesis, and then vitamin D interacts and activates with the vitamin D receptor, and then the vitamin D receptor goes into the chromatin where the DNA is to do its gene transcriptional factor benefits for the body. Of course, this may not be possible due to magnesium deficiency if estrogen is too low. Magnesium also works together with resveratrol, so they're pretty much a team. When it comes to lysosomal membrane peroxidation. Okay, so magnesium needs resveratrol. Magnesium cannot do this on its own. So the magnesium supports the lysosomal membrane resealing and repair. So it's like the magnesium is like the repairman fixing a leak in your pipe, or it's just an analogy. But there is a limitation. Magnesium does not neutralize the reactive oxygen species, especially if copper is very high, because if copper is high or zinc is too high, then the lysosomal membrane peroxidation is continuous and the damage reinitiates. Therefore, magnesium is forever continuing to repair the membrane that continues to open, therefore leading to magnesium deficiency. But this is where resveratrol comes in to help. So basically, resveratrol is actually putting out the fire here in the lysosomal membrane peroxidation, because its primary role is redox suppression. So basically, resveratrol scavenges lipid peroxyl radicals, and it also raises the lysosomal membrane peroxidation threshold indirectly. So basically, copper if it's too high, then it can cause this. But resveratrol can help mitigate that, because resveratrol suppresses ongoing peroxidation. That's very important, because that means that resveratrol can prevent a magnesium deficiency, because a magnesium deficiency can occur if the fire is not put out. So if the fire is continuous, or in this case, the peroxidation of the membrane, if the fire is not, the fire is the cause of why magnesium is repairing in the first place. So if the fire continues, that means that magnesium will be depleted over time, leading to a deficiency, because magnesium is always on alert. Magnesium is being overworked, because it constantly has to be repairing the membrane. That is, if resveratrol is not there to help out. So maybe magnesium deficiency could be caused because of a resveratrol deficiency in any cases, or maybe in lab studies. So maybe resveratrol could be something to look at when it comes to trying to fix a magnesium deficiency, besides vitamin B6. So recap: magnesium needs resveratrol to work. Magnesium will be low if estrogen is low, because estrogen supports the magnesium transporter. Magnesium helps in green tea, where green tea can be problematic. Magnesium can help brown fat, because brown fat and overactive brown fat, the TRPV1 receptor, can be overactivated, leading to calcium influx. Therefore, magnesium can mitigate that. Also, magnesium is needed to repair the lysosomal membrane in the peroxidation of the membrane. If the membrane is not repaired, then that leads to the leaking of iron and cathepsins, leading to apoptosis of immune T cells. The cancer cells will be rampant, because T cells are not there to attack cancer cells. So magnesium is an anti-cancer potentiator. And that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below on your own and I'll see you in the next video.